and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in the Four Keeps Advent Part 9. Today is October 21st, 2019, and you are loved. It is a very important thing to remember, and it is something... Yes?
Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm just
dumb. Okay, that is something that we like to tell you guys every single time that we stream, which of course we do Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here at twitch.tv/indooradventures. If this is your first time checking in, thankfully, you don't have to miss out. We keep all of our VODs up on either youtube.com/indooradventures or anywhere where podcasts can be found under the same moniker. Other than that, if you already support the show on Twitch, YouTube, and podcasts, consider going to patreon.com/indooradventures to allow yourself to gain access to our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from each other, but also from the community at large. And if you already support us on Patreon, you already support us on Twitch and all of the other places, consider going to bit.ly/adventuremerch. We got posters, we got t-shirts, we got mugs, we have sweatshirts, we have pants, everything that you could possibly want at bit.ly/adventuremerch, and it helps support the show. Other than that, that is it for my spiel. So, RJ, who you playing tonight?
Hey everybody, I'm RJ. I've got coffee. I'm playing Caelum, the Shakai Cleric Wizard.
Hi, I'm LBHackEmUp, and this is Lyra, and she's getting fixed tomorrow. And I'm playing Gwen, the Halfling Barbarian Fighter!
Hey! I'm Cyber. I play Arjan.
Oh shoot, and I'm Wings, and I'm playing Coriander, the Eldrin Paladin, and I'm practicing for tomorrow, day after.
I think Connor froze.
He totally did. And... Yep, he nods. Back. He snapped back and he gives us a nod. And I am the Indoor Adventurer, and tonight I shall be your Dungeon Master. So, last we left off, you guys had awoken inside of the Kipper's Keep, a small halfling tavern in a minuscule thorp within the region of Greenreach. Upon awakening, you found yourself within a snowy maze that led to a field of snowmen, where you encountered a rather large snowy boy who laid down quite a bit of hurt onto the lot of you. After escaping and managing to just leave this individual behind, you were then accosted by a set of wyvern riders, also riding these snow drakes down. And in doing so, at one point, Gwen was lifted high into the sky, where she saw that there was a small cluster of huts that had lights on and what looked to be light coming from the inside, and also saw what appeared to be a giant tree with leaves still green even amidst all of this snow. It was after this combat that you all decided that you were going to press forward as it was getting later on into the day, and during this time, your cart was also destroyed. So, what would you guys like to do during this time?
I believe we said that we were heading towards the tree, but also trying to find a place to, like, recuperate.
Is it called bivouacking? When you dig out a place in the snow to try and rest there? Make a shelter out of snow that isn't an igloo?
It can be. I've never
she
heard
just
that
kept going with it.
Google.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. You're gonna be quicker.
All right, so you guys are trying to set up camp, but like aiming towards going to the tree itself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds good. So if that is the case, I would like for everyone to make survival checks.
Supposed to be good at that. Cool. Supposed to.
13.
8.
6.
And Gwen, what'd you get?
A filthy 20.
Filthy 20. So, Everyone is able to kind of make the basis for this kind of snow hovel. It's not an igloo, but you guys are able to kind of create this basis where you could possibly lay down and get some rest during this time. The only one who seems to be having difficulty with it is Cori, mostly due to the missing arm from several sessions past. Kind of digging is a difficult task for her at this point. But the remaining three of you are able to get this set up without any serious issue. It is at that point as well, you realize that the snow has still been going and keeping up pretty heavily throughout this entire time. But it looks like you have found yourself in an area where you can at least lay down and try and get out of any direct cold. So, what are your guys' watches for the evening?
Gwen will go first because she is fairly all right.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'll wake up like third.
Okay,
Sure.
so, and Cori, are you taking a rest as well?
I mean, don't we each need a ration in order to take a long rest?
I don't believe so.
To cure exhaustion, you need at least some food.
Gosh, this entire week I've been like
You've
dreading.
been stressing about
I've been
who we're gonna have to
stressing.
cannibalize.
I will take a rest.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, but I'll take like a middle rest and then like try and take the first and last watch.
All right. Sounds good. So, yeah, Gwen, you were the first one up on watch, and I believe it's you and Cori who are doing this, so make a perception check, the both of you.
13.
6.
Okay, so 13 and a 6. You do not end up seeing or hearing anything outside of this blizzard. You just seem to kind of be pocketed where you are.
Gwen is just like hunkered down in the snow, basically, with her furs around her, and it's piling up on top of her. She just looks like a grumpy Gus. Fucking hate the snow.
It's not my favorite either.
Yeah. Fall. Spring. Spring.
Fall is my favorite.
All right. Fair enough. But you don't like even visit the other lands?
Oh, all the time. But
Weird.
for the most part, I would be staying within autumn.
Yeah. Yeah. Since you're going to be like the head cop or whatever.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm. You nervous about seeing your friend again?
Of course.
Know what you're gonna say?
Stop in the name of the Caelums?
Is that a thing you guys actually say?
Not necessarily. I was still fairly early in my training.
Mm-hmm. I think you could come up with something cooler.
Okay. Do you recommend anything?
Freeze!
That's terrible.
I'm sorry!
And to be fair, I think he's going to be saying that to us.
Fair enough. Well, you know, if you want to talk about it, I'm available. If not, I'm totally okay with that too. I'm okay with sitting in silence.
Honestly, I think we're beyond talking at this moment. We're going to have to act rather than speak with him, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe talking later.
Right. I mean, I meant like you and me right now.
Oh, well, do you want to talk about your family?
Maybe it's better if we just sit in silence.
Okay, that's fine.
Gwen starts drinking her ale.
Cori's she's going to meditate a little bit. She's not necessarily trancing. She's just chilling.
Sounds good.
Ice cold.
Sounds good to me. So, Arjan, while you're sleeping,
Okay.
as has been the norm for you for quite some time, you find yourself once again in your heart chamber. You see that there is the stone dais. You see that there is a little desk that is set up next to it that has a typewriter, but you see a neatly folded note that is set in front, and it says "out to lunch." And you recognize that Newell is not here. And instead, there is a figure that is a little bit shorter than you are, roughly human-sized, that is kind of standing in half shadow. Then you watch as that figure kind of steps out of the shadow as they see you. And as the light hits them and the shadow is revealed, you can see that there is a set of what appears to be some sort of reptilian skin hide boots stepping out, and you can see that these boots are dyed a very vibrant green color. You can see that there is a very long coat that is this very deep olive green that has these very wide lapels. They're wearing a kind of frilly lighter green undershirt that isn't fully buttoned and has a very loose tie on. And there is the hair on this individual is a very deep black color that is kind of slicked back, and you see there are edges off to like it's an undercut. And they have emerald colored eyes with half moon glasses, and they look over towards you, and this figure gives you an incredibly warm smile.
Do they look similar to the queen?
They look similar. There are differences, but you can see that like underneath a lot of the coloring that is going on with this figure, that there is a sense of unmistakable identity. As a member of Dragonkin, you feel instantly recognized and recognizable to this figure. And that is when this figure speaks and says, "For being so smart, she is quite bad at covering her tracks. Calculating, yes, but rarely does Sister Dearest check her own equations. I mean, we're supposed to be infallible, but I suppose that's only infallible to mortals. I enjoy a good puzzle, and figuring out why Marjorie seemed like she was teeming up to her eyes in this better-than-you energy is just something that I cannot stand." And you see that they give just sort of like a sidelong glance. And then you feel arms wrapping around the back of your neck, and you hear her words again that say, "So tell me, young one, where is he?" I'm guessing that she said to keep it between you and her, but she always forgets that we are one in the same. And then from just out of your vision on the left, you feel the weight of arms now being wrapped around your forearm. And the voice then says, "Has she done anything that would be unbecoming of one of our kind? I honestly appreciate your newfound dedication, and while she may see a number of messages left, I do my best to actually listen to them. So you've been through quite an ordeal, and from my gatherings, your upbringing was a bit of a start. But all things considered, you really are on the right track. So why don't I try and set this right for you?" And then the voice comes from your right. "But first, where is he, Arjan? Where do you have him stored away?" And this figure just has their hands behind their back, and they're just looking at you over their half-moon glasses.
My queen, he is within me.
As are we. I assume you've found him, or else my sister wouldn't seem like such a steaming pile of shit.
This way. And I lead her. Like she said, she's her, so.
And at that, as you're walking, she just seems to be whistling as she does, and just, it's very roomy in here. It's honestly very nice. Seems well laid out. It's good. You've got a good heart, is what I'm trying to say.
People have told me that.
Well, do you believe them?
I don't know what to believe.
Well, from where I stand, it seems like you've found someone to believe in, and she motions towards herself. But I do honestly want to apologize. This isn't normally how we go about things, at least how I try not to go about doing things. Was she threatening you? Threatening people close to you?
In so many words.
Well, that's just rude. And it is at that point that you arrive near the chamber that houses Tarlayan. And Tiamat steps inside, looks up, and makes another whistling noise of that. Well, I'm sure you know, that does not look good.
No.
Who did
it doesn't.
this?
Dendar.
Oh. Eek. She just seems to have like a bad taste in her mouth when you say Dendar. I will agree that it's probably best we don't tell my other sisters about it, or at least not Kara. She would be very upset to find out about this whole thing, and it's better to just deliver it as a surprise once we've released him, rather than giving her a gift that she can't immediately have.
Your other aspect recommended that I make my way down to your domain as quickly as I can.
Well, I believe so. I think that would be, well, beneficial to all parties involved.
And do you agree that you would be able to do something once I'm there?
Yes. Sadly, we need all 5 heads working in unison, and we would need you there. And I can speak to the others and get them all on board. You seem like a stand-up gent. And again, I want to try and be helpful as best I can.
I would need to do this alive.
Yes, you would. To do it dead, I'm not sure how to best phrase this for you. If you died, from what I've seen, from what has been delivered to us, you turn into this creature. And she motions with her hand as an illusion of the Draconoid form that you take on appears. This is when you two are working in tandem, when two spirits reside together and can actually function. You have a way of communicating. With this, she motions towards the large crystal. I don't know what would happen, but I don't know what would happen to you, and I don't know what would happen to it. Because I've never really seen anything like this before, and I could speculate. One option is that the crystal grows uncontrollably, takes over you and everyone around you, because if there's one thing that dragons are good at, it is making everything around them terribly, terribly frightened. And from, well, what we've heard from you, the more frightened a thing is of this crystal, the more it grows and the more it spreads. That doesn't seem beneficial to anybody. So we can't kill you. Not outright. Anyways, we could figure something out, like a temporary death. If that's what you were interested in.
I'm more interested in a way to get to Avernus, because I keep heading into very dangerous things. Very dangerous things keep happening around me, and my track record with staying alive isn't the best.
That is true. If you're looking for a way to Avernus, and you're looking to do it very quickly, what would you be willing to give in exchange for a ticket? Oh, he's not part of the exchange. This is something that we're doing to free him. This is something that you want and we want. We've already discussed that. But I can't do anything for free. There's always a paper trail.
My queen, I don't have anything to offer. Not at the moment.
Are you sure? There are many things that one could offer. The years of servitude, like your friend Newell. Whether coin.
The way I understood it, you had my soul anyway.
Who told you that? Was it my sister?
It was Newell, right?
It was Newell.
Yeah, Newell.
If that's something that you want for yourself, we can work out another means of a bargain. However, again, your upbringing was not exactly the best in terms of your own personal freedoms, but I'm willing to work with it.
I'm not ready to do any deals.
Fair enough.
I'm just tired. I don't know how to deal with all of this.
Do you want some advice?
If you'll give it.
The best way that I've found in handling these issues, well, it's been a long time. But for me, it was always find out what the end game of your opponent is, and then see what you can do to take out that plan keystone by keystone until the wall falls. If you're fighting something much, much larger than yourself, perhaps there are little things that you can do. Things to weaken defenses.
Are you saying that you're my opponent?
Are you saying that I'm your opponent? I see no reason to fight you. So do you see me as an opponent?
I don't know what to believe.
Believe in this, Arjan. We love you very dearly. We want to make sure that you are able to do the best that you can. Should you make it to Avernus, we can figure something else out from there. And if you need to barter, or feel like you have something that you're willing to barter, there are ways of contacting me. And she will hand over a business card that looks like it is just this deep green color that has a five-pointed crown embossed upon the actual card itself. And she says, just make a quick prayer to me. Let me know that you're interested. And we can figure this out. Functions similar to a sending stone.
Thank you.
There's no need to thank me, because we haven't done anything yet. But if my sister continues to just run you around, let her know that Zelena is in on it. Will you?
Connor caught that reference. My queen, I don't want to get in the crossfires of whatever you have going on with yourself.
Oh, it's no crossfire. This is getting you out. If she thinks that she's so clever and she's going to keep lording over this thing for you, she's not going to stop making threats and she's not going to stop being a real bitch. But if I give you this option for you to just let her know, I will back your play regardless of what she says. You'll be fine.
Again, I don't know if I can believe that.
Well, whether you know it or not, the only thing that can really truly tell is through experience, trial and error. So if you find yourself in the situation and you feel yourself being backed into a corner, maybe try things my way. Until then, continue doing what makes you happy. And we'll be here, waiting to give you a show. So thank you, Arjan. Thank you for letting me in on this secret. I enjoy knowing things. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and I bid you adieu. And she just gives you a gentle bow and then makes her way back into the receding shadows. All right. And Caelum, was there anything that you wanted to do over your evening?
He's going to meditate to get back to the library real quick.
Okay.
Flock of ravens still above in the sky.
As always.
Great. He's gonna walk into the library and see if there's anything about the Princess of Owls.
Okay. Make a history check.
16.
You do not find anything. Make a perception check.
That is 21.
Okay. With your 21, you recognize that some of these ravens have once again followed you into the library. And it seems like it is the same 3 that were there from the last time that you meditated. And they just sort of seem to be watching you. And they continue to watch you as you go about your duties within the library.
If I can't find anything, I will go over to the Book of Saloon, say a quick prayer of healing to her, and then walk towards the door and wait for the ravens to, like, leave with me, if they leave with me.
They do. And as you are waiting for them to leave, as they swoop out of the library, they just continue back up onto the actual ledge of the shelf itself. Of the door frame. And they peer down at you, and 2 of them end up leaving, and it's just the one.
Gonna lock the door and offer my hand for it to perch on it.
It looks down. Make an animal handling check.
18.
Okay. With an 18, it flies down, perches on your shoulder, or perches on your arm, and just looks at you. Almost expectantly.
Can you speak?
It tilts its head.
Gonna set it down onto the ground, and then, like the spell, Find Familiar, using the same sort of motions, try and mold its shape.
What are you molding it to?
I was gonna say parrot, but I'm gonna try and give it a humanoid form.
Okay. Make an Arcana check.
Ah, nice. 19.
Okay, so as you shape its form, you see that it gives you a look of concern as this magic begins to take hold of it, and it tries to move kind of out of the circle. It doesn't really like this magic that is going on with it. But as it begins to try and fly away, some of the smoke and fumes coming off of this Find Familiar circle that you've created seem to become physical and actually wrap onto the wings of this raven and then bring it back down. And it is squawking at this point. It does not seem to like what is going on as this smoke kind of encapsulates it. And then you watch as it fades away. And you see, wearing a tiny cloak made entirely of raven feathers, is a tiny humanoid-looking figure that is, from what you can guess, made of wood. And the face that it has looking up at you is a featureless Shadarkai's face.
Takes a knee.
And it just looks up at you with this, again, small cloak of feathers that it wears. And it's only about a foot tall. Smaller than.
Sorry if that's a little uncomfortable, but... Oh, can you speak now?
And you hear a voice emanating from it. And it says, "You are most interesting, Lost One."
Don't like that. Who are you?
My name is Seb. Sebalandras. You hobble and hop just like us. You even look like us. But why is it that I've never seen you in the gloom?
The where?
The gloom. Home. Don't you remember?
No, I was found in the prime material plane as a child.
And this figure comes up to you and then begins climbing up your leg as it extends out tiny little wooden hands and begins making its way up. And you hear, "Are you going to be coming home soon? I understand that you are in need of an assistant."
God damn it, it's adorable.
Would you wish for me to join you until you come home?
What is your purpose here? Why are you here? Are they here?
We were told to watch. We were told to keep an eye on the lost one.
By who?
And you see its shoulders kind of shake up and down, and it tilts its head down, and you can see, you even hear this, "Ha ha ha ha." Who do you think, Lost One? She is Queen Mother.
Yeah.
And we must wait for her.
We must wait for her?
Yes.
Wait, what is that? Shouldn't she be in the gloom at home?
She is. We wait for her happiness. Soon she shall laugh. Ha 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 ha.
Don't like that. So, do you know any of her intentions? Is she malevolent, benevolent?
She is most kind.
Not from what I've seen her do to my friend.
What has she done? Do you mean your other elven companion?
So you know about that.
Ha ha ha, my lord. Lost One. That was a blessing.
I wouldn't call taking her happiness a blessing.
It is
or
not.
her life.
Do you not? My form is blessed. And at this, they actually hop down from you and then begin walking around you on the plateau. And now I am double blessed. You have given me new hands. New feet? This form feels strange, Lost One.
Would you prefer your other form then?
What is more useful to you?
A form that gets me answers, but whatever's most comfortable for you.
Then here I shall stay. Ha ha ha.
Great.
And it puts its hands back down to its sides as the cloak just sort of billows around it.
If I have any more questions, Seb, can I call you Seb?
Of course. We are friends, are we not?
We've just met. Acquaintances at best at the moment.
I see.
Oh, this is around the part where I start waking up, so I'll be back. Don't try anything weird.
I will wait for you patiently, Lost One. Haha. And that is where you wake up. All right. So, Watches were Gwen and Cori as first watch. Then second watch was Arjan and Gwen, I believe. Or Arjan, you needed to sleep the entire eve.
Yeah, I need 8 hours.
Yeah, gotta have my 8.
So I can take second watch
Yep.
because I only need 4.
So yeah, Caelum, it is just you and Gwen on watch during this time.
Good morning, Gwen.
Evening.
Evening. You know what? That's something I'll tell everyone so I don't have to keep repeating it.
Is there something you need to share?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You want to wait for everyone?
Yeah.
I guess that's fine. I just thought we had something.
I mean, it's just so I don't have to keep saying it
Mm-hmm.
because it's weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay?
So anything you do want to talk about?
Not that I could think of at the moment. Just, enjoying the weather. Bracing. I'm
Have you ever been in winter?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
good.
mean, the tower was sort of poorly heated, so this isn't really too much of a big deal.
Gwen. Wow, I had to go through the list. Gwen is gonna get up and like sit in Caelum's lap and like lean up against him so that he can be a little bit warmer.
Yo.
Better?
Yes, much.
Good.
All right. So, I need the both of you to make perception checks.
Welcome back, Caelum. 20 and 2.
I should know this. I got a 10.
Okay, so Gwen, you do not hear anything. Caelum, you hear a loud roaring sound coming from the east.
Was that where we came from?
That is where it looked like you were, like, if direct east from here would have been the village.
There's something out there. You're muted.
Like snowmen.
Like something roaring out there.
Like snowmen or like a beast?
Well, if I had to differentiate between the sounds of compacting snow to the point that it sounds like roaring and actual roaring, I would say that it's still roaring, so I don't know.
Solid. All right, put out the fire.
We have a fire? I thought after the first time that was a bad idea.
What do you mean after the first time?
Back at the inn, they tracked us because of the fire.
We didn't know that.
Oh. That's still a bad idea.
Okay, we don't have a fire. I will pack some I will move over to like where the other two are sleeping or trancing, and I'll start packing up snow around them so they're not easy to see. And then I'm gonna roll in the snow on my back and like flap over so it's just my eyes, and then my furs are all covered in fur or snow. Caelum.
Yeah.
Hide, you idiot.
Caelum pulls his cloak over himself and ducks down.
Okay. Make stealth checks.
You first.
Natural 20.
Cool. 0.
Oh, God.
All right, so Caelum is doing
It's a
his
black
heckin'
cloak
best.
in white snow.
Yeah.
He's doing his heckin' best to try and hide, but Gwen, no. Like, you were so focused on being stealthy yourself. You see Caelum, and you realize that, maybe that's like the stealthiest thing that you could possibly do is leave the injured lamb out and exposed. So if anything bad comes, you can run away quicker.
Taking a full rest.
No. I'll be fine. I'll use him as bait.
Okay. And it is at that you hear that roaring sound getting closer.
Do we see anything?
You do not, as there is a pretty hefty snow blind up right now.
Caelum, can you hide any better, please?
Oh, I could hide a lot worse. I'll try. Just prone on the ground, face down.
Change the color of your cloak.
I don't have that spell.
Really?
No, that's a different spellcaster from another game.
You're right.
Sean's getting one of those sleepy time bloody noses again.
Can I try and drag him down?
Oh, he's already like, face
you're
down
laying
prone.
again.
He's planking on the ground.
Okay. My feet hurt, kittens. I'm just gonna shift you a little bit.
All right. So, Gwen, do you want to try and stealth Caelum?
Yes, please.
Okay. Make a stealth check. You will break your own stealth in order to do so.
Okay. 7.
Better than mine.
You're just kind of like tossing snow on him at this point.
I'm cold and wet now.
This isn't working.
What do you want to do?
We could always wake the others.
I'm gonna go see if I can see what it is.
Gwen, that is a stupid idea, and we made a promise.
What? No, it's fine. Did you see? You couldn't even see me when I was like hiding here. These are my lands. I know them.
Famous last words, Gwen.
Dude, I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about you're squishy. Okay, no more talking. Gwen starts like trudging out in the snow towards the sound.
Have you seen what I can do to one of those drag? Okay, there she goes.
Gwen,
trying to be stealth.
Make a stealth check and then a survival check.
Okay.
As you wander off into this blizzard.
All right, I'm gonna use this dice. That's a 19 on stealth, and
it begins.
The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh. That's a 7.
Okay. So
well balanced dice, well balanced.
So Caelum, you watch as Gwen just begins walking off into the snow blind, saying she's got this, like this is her shtick, and she begins making her way off. Make another perception check.
Okie dokie. 19.
Excellent. Caelum, make a perception check.
No. Sorry. 14.
Okay. It is towards the end of your watch. And Gwen, as you have been walking on for about 10 minutes or so, you hear that roaring sound directly overhead. And when you look up, you can see that there is a silhouette of this large creature that is just flying through the air, going back the way that you came.
Fuck.
You know, in hindsight, if we're snowblind, then it's snowblind. Caelum says, standing there.
And Caelum, you hear this roaring sound getting nearer. Arjan and Cori, both of you make perception checks as this roaring sound approaches.
Gwen is going to throw the Sun Forger into the forest away from our camp and explode it.
Okay.
8.
Sorry, what we rolling?
Perception. At disadvantage because you're sleepy.
Ooh, I'm a sleepy boy.
Oh shoot, I forgot about disadvantage. It's still 8.
Mine's also 8.
Friends.
Okay.
Frenzies.
So, Gwen, as you throw the Sunforger off into a direction, Caelum, you hear the sound of an explosion off in the direction that Gwen went. And then you don't hear much of anything else over the sound of this snowfall.
I'm gonna trudge back.
Caelum's gonna wake the other two.
Now, is this shape the bigger than a wyvern, or
Yes.
yeah, okay.
What's going on?
Something out there was roaring, and, well, Gwen decided it was a good idea to go check it out.
We don't get the benefits of a long rest, do we?
You do.
Oh.
Yes.
It's the end. It's at the end of the roll that blood die.
I don't get to do that right now.
Just not me. Oh, I have a blood chalice now.
Nice.
Hey.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh.
And, well, yeah, Gwen decided to go off in that direction, and I heard an explosion, so shit might have gone down. While you guys are getting ready, I'll meet you over there. And he starts walking quickly.
Cori
gonna
just
get lost in
stands
the
up
snow.
directly from where she is. She's like, I don't have anything. I'm coming with you.
Arshawn's like, let me put my pants on.
It's cold. Why are you
Nah,
sleeping
he,
with your pants on?
nah, he's going out in his skivvies. But he is lighting his crossbow and then like sort of hanging his hand over his chalice. And how long does that normally take?
The chalice is an action.
Okay,
Yeah, it's not a long process.
cool.
Arjan, do you think you'll be able to track her?
6.
Nice.
I need 600 to get something that I'm happy with, but I got 6. Tracking Gwen. Maybe.
Maybe
I'll
she
try
has
to-
some fresh tracks.
Try to track Gwen. I track Gwen 11.
Okay. Gwen, make a survival check as well.
Ooh.
You are out in the snow by yourself.
That's a 17.
Okay.
I'm decent at survival.
Good. Because Arjan, as you have been attempting to follow Gwen's footsteps, you see that the snow and the wind is actually covering them fairly well. And Gwen, thankfully, you do know this area, you know this locale, and you just begin kind of briskly making your way back to your party members.
I'll summon the Sunforger back to my hand.
Okay.
Did I see the shadow go back?
Yeah, you had seen it actually veer off towards the sound of the explosion.
Cool. Yeah, Gwen's like running through the snow as best she can to get back to the group.
Okay. Yeah, and you guys end up reconvening. Arjan, as you're looking down, kind of thinking to yourself, well, shit. This is not good. Like, I've lost these footprints. You just see Gwen just hauling ass through the snow.
What? Huh? Hey, guys.
Gwen!
Was it?
What's up?
You just, I'm sure the yellow flame of Arjan's crossbow is just like glowing all around this snow.
You should put that out, dude. There be dragons here.
They're not dragons.
You should still put it out.
I put it out.
Wait, you heard the dragon.
Yeah,
Not
I threw my thing to distract it.
He still has my sword.
I don't know if it's that dragon. There could be more than one. I mean, not dragon. Sorry, Arjan. The not dragon. It might be a different not dragon. We should get moving, though. Change locales.
Yeah.
I think we've all gotten enough of a rest. Let's go.
I
Um,
haven't,
Oh, I'm sorry, Gwen.
but it's fine.
It's not fine.
I've gone without sleep before. I can do it again. She looks at Caelum.
He just blinks in her direction.
I feel like we need a basket or something to carry her in so she can sleep.
That is rude and hurtful and like a little racist.
She can only come out at
Cybra.
night. Oh, wait, what?
Where's Cybra? And where
with-
is Rumble Thunder?
Rumble Thunder had just kind of like sat down wherever you guys had decided to park. She is a large animal built for surviving in these kinds of conditions. And Cybra had just kind of like sidled up next to her for warmth, as she is the biggest, warmest thing here.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys begin making your way. I'd like for everybody...
This way.
Yes, who is leading the charge?
I will.
Person this is her place, so...
Okay, make a survival check with advantage.
Got a natural 20 again.
Nice.
You don't get to come out very often, but you are doing great.
All right.
It's
so,
impressive, Arjan. Be impressed.
A natural 20 is impressive in D&D. So yeah, you guys begin making your way towards where instinctively you know this large tree to be. And you know roughly that your journey is going to take at least a few hours.
We got our stuff, right?
We
Went back to the camp. Got our stuff.
Did you?
We didn't
Yeah.
have a lot of stuff to begin with because
But
most of it got left behind by...
Cyber and Rumble Thunder are there.
Yeah.
We're not
mean-
going to leave them.
So we
Yeah,
go
I
back to
imagine
them.
We at
Yeah.
least got... Yeah. That.
Yeah. Just like scooped up our stuff in bags, and my bedroll wasn't out.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, then to the tree.
Then to the tree. And as you are making your way to the tree, make perception checks.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass, I'm homebound.
Natural one.
No.
15.
You say perception?
Yes.
13.
25.
Dang.
Nice. So, Caelum, you and Cori, and Gwen, what did you get? Sorry.
13?
13?
12? 12?
So, yeah, everyone except Arjan. You guys end up seeing that there are, as you're coming up towards this tree, it is what appears to be the remnants of another small town. And looking around, this is also getting closer to out of the Thimblefish Villa and going closer towards the Grove Keld lands, where there are a lot of orchards and areas to actually like grow fruit and those sorts of things. And looking at this small village that is here, it looks very similar to a lot of the other villages that you've been to and kind of passed through. But the only thing that separates this place is that there is a large wooden building that is that you know, Gwen, is the Grove Keld brewery, and that is where a lot of the halfling brews that are distributed throughout Greenreach are actually made. And
Not the brewery.
it's the brewery. And Gwen, make a history check.
Okay.
If it's a halfling brewery, would that be a microbrewery?
Boo.
I was really close to turning off my camera, but I know that would mess everything up. I got a 7.
Okay. Yeah. You just remember this as being a place that once made tasty booze. And as you are going through the town, you actually start seeing that there is movement. Just out of the corner of your eye, you'll see something kind of go down an alleyway, or move past an alleyway where you kind of look down. And Cybra seems tense. She's raising up her hackles a little bit. Doesn't seem very comfortable where you guys are at. And it is at that point where you start hearing a sound. The same sound that you have heard several times now. Just ow! And it looks like it is, or it sounds like it is very close. Less than a mile away where these howls are coming from. And you hear it in front of you, you hear it to the right of you and to the left of you, and then you also hear that howling coming from the back as well.
I'm gonna just clamp my hands over Cybra's mouth and just go, "I'm sorry, girl, I'm sorry."
And she looks like she was about to awoo, but then you clamp down on her snozzle. And she seems like she gets a little sad, but then you remind her that she wasn't supposed to awoo with the bad dogs. And she seems understanding, as much as your wolf can. And Rumble Thunder.
She get inside.
Rumble Thunder doesn't like this at all.
Can we get to the brew stable? I don't know, what would it be? The brew room, the with the big vats and stuff that Rumble Thunder could fit in?
Rumble Thunder, you could go through a loading dock and kind of just set them into the actual brewery itself. And so yeah, are you guys making your way into that brewery to kind of just
lay low for a sec?
Yeah. And once you get Rumble Thunder inside and close the doors, make perception checks.
A lot of rolling today.
Yep.
6.
12.
21.
Say 21?
Yeah, 21.
Okay, so the 12s and the 21, while peeking outside, you can see that there are more of these halflings that are on Wolfback that seem to just kind of be going through the town. And Caelum, with your 21, as you peer out, you can see that there are 2 of these much larger, kind of bluer tinged wolves that seem to only have 1 rider on them apiece. Whereas typically, from having seen them, that the halfling riders will pair up on wolves as they are small enough that they can kind of ride on these backs. And they are doing patrols in this area. They seem to kind of be looking around and seeing that the snow has been disturbed in the way that it has leading up to the brewery. You see that there is about there are about 6 of these halflings, and then there are a total of 5 of the wolves in total, 2 of which have these thicker bluish pelts. And at one point they kind of stop, and then they begin 2 of them begin kind of coming nearish the door, and you see others break around, and it looks like they are going to try and investigate any kind of movement that may be going on in this brewery. What would you guys like to do?
There are those frost wolves outside, and they're coming this way.
All right, what do you want to do? You guys want to fight them again, or?
If we cause a ruckus now, it'll attract whatever has been swooping over us. I don't think we can fight another set of flying guys, so lay low.
How about, is there anything you guys can do to, disguise us? Or, hide us?
Stealth is not my MO.
Yeah.
Death is the ultimate crowd control.
That was fucking dark, Caelum.
What? I didn't say
Huh?
that in character.
All
Or did
right, we'll just get get in some. I mean, they're on fucking wolves, so we need to get. All right, everyone, dunk themselves in beer.
What?
What?
Well, I mean, we have to mask our smell somehow, right?
That sounds cold.
Do you want to fight them or not?
Okay. Caelum cracks open a vat.
No,
starts
no.
Has one leg in it. What?
If we drench ourselves, it's still the middle of fucking winter here.
That's what I was saying.
Like,
There's no heat in this building?
Is there a way-
it's an abandoned town.
Yeah, it's
Is
an
there
abandoned-
any beer brewing?
No.
Is there any in its yeast form? Like, are they in the beginnings of the brewing process? Because that is actually quite warm.
It looks like any that were left at the beginnings of whenever this happened have just shattered, and there is actually like this spilt yeast on the ground, or at least the remnants of it. It seems like it dried up weeks ago. And it seems like everything was sort of just left. It doesn't look like it was properly put away. It seemed like they were in the middle of doing their chores and then just abandoned it.
Crazy idea. And I'm postulating this completely out of character.
Okay.
What if we have the loud people stay downstairs to try and maneuver the halflings into position, and then have the other people who aren't as loud go up on top of the roof and then knock snow down onto the halflings?
Okay, now do you mean like yelly loud or people who can make a lot of noise in one go?
I
don't
feel
think-
called
think
out. I feel attacked.
Because I'm not stealthy, so.
I don't think ice type moves are very effective on ice type halflings.
Get the
What
Outta
an
here.
avalanche. It's fine.
But it's bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, and also Avalanche has like what, an 80% like on its aim score, so fucking
What is happening on this show?
And like, we don't get same type attack bonus from it.
yeah,
like,
it's stab. It's
just-
all about stab. Use Ice on the Dragon.
I'm postulating a crazy player plan here, and I just want to like see if anybody's on board for that.
I mean,
You
I'm
know
on
what?
board for it.
I'm on board for it. You three can stay here and make as much noise as possible, and I'll go up there. And
Oh yeah,
See if I
the
can-
weakest one of us. That sounds like a great idea.
I'll go with him. We can both,
I have upheaval prepared. It'll
we
be
can both
fine.
face step. We'll be able to come down if anything goes wrong.
Solid. Arjan, you cool with this?
I would rather not you be on the roof while I cast this spell, miss. Turns to Cori.
I say yes, and I light
The dragon comes down and sweeps you away.
I light my crossbow and put a big glowy target on it.
Cori and Caelum hustle upstairs.
When grabs her axe, grabs her one of her hand axes, and just starts clanging them.
I imagine this plan is formulated with no small amount of bickering.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Okay.
sideboarding.
So, Gwen is clanging weapons together. Arjan has made himself a glowy target of a man. And Caelum and Cori, you guys are going onto the roof to try and avalanche yourself some halflings. So, as you get up, as you're going through this building, you take note of the different sections. As you pass them, you see one that is just labeled store reserves. Another is, or actually, I don't think that you would be able to recognize this because you guys don't speak halfling / read halfling. So you see that a lot of these doors are just marked indiscriminately. There's really no sense of it for you guys. But you do end up finding your way out onto the roof, and it is still coming down outside. It's still snowy. And make perception checks as you get up onto the roof.
20
19.
kitties.
Ah, babies.
What'd you get?
19.
22.
Okay, so with a 19 and 22, As noise is coming from inside of this brewery, you can see that there are roughly the 3 riders that aren't on these winter wolves are making their way towards the noise. One of the riders on the winter wolf is coming down towards the loading bay area where you guys had initially come through, and you don't actually see the other one at all. It seems like they are currently missing in action.
I'll whisper to Cori, one of them is missing.
Is he circling around?
Army crawls up the roof to the other side to peek.
Make a stealth check.
Ruh-roh.
No, row 17. Excuse
Okay.
you. I only have a -1.
So, yes, you manage to kind of army crawl up, and peering over the other side of the roof, you don't see Wolf or Rider.
Slide back down. Shake head.
Okay, that's a problem for later. I'm sure he'll make himself known.
We will wait. I'm sure we established some sort of signal for this avalanche to come down.
Yes. So, as you all wait for these halflings to make their way, they eventually hit the spot where you believe that you would have the best chance of hitting them. So what are you guys doing in the meantime? You have seen as these 3 halflings, or this small set of halflings, have gotten off of their wolves and are trying to make their way towards the door.
Oh, I'm taking pop shots.
Okay, make attack rolls.
That's a 22 hit.
Oh, for sure.
They'll both hit. Sorry. 6 points of fire damage. And 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Were you just aiming at the one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that dude just drops after taking 2 crossbow bolts to the chest. Does not look like he was very sturdy. The other halflings begin to start yelling, seeing as how their friend just died. So, Caelum, are you
Yes.
doing a heckin' catapult? Or upheaval?
I'm doing a heckin' upheaval away, trying to not catch Coriander in this one.
Stand behind him. Or cling behind
15
him.
feet away.
Okay. Sounds good. So they need to make saves, yep.
Yep, dex save 13. Or con save 13, sorry.
Okay. Only 2 of them made it.
And they will they'll take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, round down to half to everyone who made it.
Okay. So yeah, this snow just falls off the side of the building and just completely dunks them to the point where these little halflings are now just kind of scooping their way out. One of them just isn't moving anymore, but he also has 2 crossbow bolts planted solidly in his chest. And it is at that point that Gwen, you hear in halfling, "They're on the roof!" And there is a kind of thudding sound as Caelum and Cori, you look on the roof behind you and you see this larger wolf with a halfling rider on its back. And they have a leather sap in their hand that they are just swinging above, and they are going to try and throw a rock at you with a sling.
Rude.
So this one goes to Cori for a 22 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Okay. And you are going to be taking 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch!
Rock.
You hit me in the ear! Ow!
There was a rock in that one.
It was a rock.
And as this one throws a rock at you, that is where we are going to go to break for this evening. So I would like to say thank you to everybody who has decided to stick with us so far. Thank you to these wonderful players for putting up with my frosty bullshit once again this week. Oh, those kittens are so adorable. And we will see all of you guys in 5 to 10 minutes. So don't go no place unless it is to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to bit.ly/adventure merch. Pick yourself up something nice, or hey, maybe leave us a comment or a review. Let us know how we're doing. And we'll see you guys shortly. All right, everybody. Bye-bye. And we're back. Hello,
Steven!
everybody. What?
So, just so you guys know, I'm very happy to have met you
Don't mix
guys.
coffee and
like,
Red Bull. Why are
just
you doing
so,
that?
Like, you know, you gotta...
No, gross. Make it stop. Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm really happy I met you guys. And
Make a con save.
Oh
That's
my
what
god,
chat said.
please stop. Please stop.
You're not allowed to hurt yourself this way on Twitch. Don't.
It's not the caffeine that I'm worried about.
What is? Don't you do this. We're
Well.
fine.
I love you guys.
I love you too. Don't die. We care about you, please.
Not sponsored by Red Bull.
I don't want to be sponsored by Red Bull. You'll die, and I
want to be sponsored by Red Bull. Come at me.
For all you audio
Red
cast
Bull,
listeners,
hit us up.
we just stopped RJ from doing a bad. So, hello everybody and welcome. As we return, Cori just got hit in the ear with a rock, and I'd like for everybody to roll some initiative. Which is
Wings is straight up dying.
Don't die on
Damn.
stream.
Are you
That's-
lying? Was that actually water?
Oh,
yes,
Modern
natural one.
gaming. Thank you.
While we were talking off stream, I picked up my water bottle. I didn't make coffee. I poured water into the mug underneath this
Oh.
So
camera.
you drank
That's
watered
worse.
down Red Bull? That's still a travesty.
Somehow that's worse. 7.
Also 7.
Gwen,
16.
Cori.
2.
Okay. Sounds good.
See you at the bottom of the round, guys.
You're just first on the second round.
You get away with this because you've literally rolled zeros for initiative in the past.
Yeah. It's
Not gonna change anytime soon. Good night, JD.
And so, start of the round, Gwen. Gwen, you see that there are a handful of individuals stuck in the snow that were trying to make their way into this tavern, into this brewery.
All right, solid. I would like to tiny rage.
Okay.
And then, I would like to rush my opponents. Yes, and attack with the runtax.
Okay.
I know. Oh,
Make an attack roll.
here we go, kitten. Come on. Let's kill him. Let's kill him, kitten. Ooh. Does it 11 hit?
11 does not.
All right, I'm gonna take another attack.
You slip on the snow a little bit.
That's a 22 the second time.
For sure. Are you hitting a wolf or are you hitting a frosty boy?
I'm gonna hit a wolf because the frosty boys tend to be squishy.
Okay.
That is 14 damage.
Holy shit.
You know what? I sometimes forget to add my strength, my +2 when I'm raging. I'm not now.
Okay. Got it. So it was an 11?
14.
14. Okay. So this creature is still up. It looks most certainly bloodied. As you're close to this thing, you realize that this is a much larger wolf than you were initially expecting it to be. It's not colored blue, but it is still rather large.
I say to Grayskull, let's fuck him up!
And the response you just get is, fuck yeah, short stuff, let's go. He seems very excited. This is all this is what he lives for. It's the hurt. You got a second attack? Or no, that was your second attack. Got it. Next up is the wolf on the roof with Caelum and Cori. I need both of you to make me dex saves. That
Cool.
was the
Plus
word I
3
was looking for.
on Caelum. Because near me. Because friendship. Flat 10.
3.
You both fail.
So glad I came up here to protect you.
And you're going to be taking 26 points of cold damage.
Oh,
Alrighty,
that's okay.
And it is the wolf is then going to come up by you, Cori, and you watch as, or actually, it's going to stay towards the back. Sorry, and I need you guys to make another set of dex saves. As you watch as the rider levels a hand towards you, and you see energy beginning to crackle around his hand as he's getting ready to fire a spell.
All right, plus 3 again. What'd you get?
3.
8.
Okay, so you both fail again.
Hey, but this time it's a spell, right?
Yes, it is.
We have resistance.
Hooray!
Really?
We have resistance because of a thing that I do.
I'm glad.
I'm an Oath of Ancients paladin. I rarely ever get to use this.
Okay.
So you take a total of 28 points of lightning damage as he just shoots a lightning bolt towards you. So it's halved to 14.
Okay.
And then you see them hop off the side of the roof and leap over to the rooftop of another building, as they had never gotten close enough to you to actually be within a threat towards themselves. And that is it for their turn.
Did you say that they hopped off onto another roof?
Onto another roof, yes.
Okay, cool.
So then next up is going to be the other, all of the other riders. So the one that is riding the second wolf is actually going to creep up towards the loading dock area, and they end up coming from inside. You see that the wolf rears up and rushes over towards Rumble Thunder and is actually going to strike out towards it. Towards the old girl.
Why are you trying to kill our pets?
Because it's less for me to keep track of. No, I'm kidding. It's mostly because Wolf is hungry and sees large, beefy creature.
That's acceptable, but we're still mad about it.
Okay. Sounds good. So, thankfully, Rumble Thunder's tide is a little bit thicker than this wolf's chompins. And then the rider is going to start rubbing his hands, or it's her hands, sorry. Begins rubbing her hands and you see smoke beginning to come up from between their palms, and then they extend outward. So Gwen and Arjan, I need you both to make dex saves as they cast Burning Hands on you.
19.
Okay.
17.
All right. So you both save. So you're going to be taking half of 4 points of fire damage.
Woo! Team below.
Seems like this spell was not nearly as effective as this creature thought that it was going to be. So that is it for its turn. But then, Gwen, you have a series of riders and wolves that are directly on you.
Yeah.
So one of them goes to hook you with their spear and gets a 7 to hit. And then the second one also tries to hook you with its spear but this time gets a 21.
That hits.
So rather than dealing damage, they are going to just knock you prone, kind of hooking around the back of your leg and just knocking you to the ground.
Sure.
And then the wolves that are there are going to then bite down towards you, as they are going to try and do their heckin' best. Yeah. So that is a 19 to hit
Yes.
for a total of 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Second
Okay.
wolf.
Advantage doesn't stack. I forgot. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, they aren't rolling like 5 dice and being like, where's my 20? We're good. So that is a 21 to hit for a total of 14 points of piercing.
Okay.
And then third wolf. And that is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, for 13 points of piercing.
Okay.
And then there is only one other rider because Arjan murderized the first one.
As you do.
Yes. Who gets an 18 to stab out towards you, Gwen,
Do it!
for 1 point of damage.
So nothing?
Yes. He stabs into you and you just flex the spear back out. It didn't even puncture the skin. I imagine that Gwen does start laughing at that. Just like, all right. So next up, Arjan.
All these creatures are on Gwen.
All of them except for the 2 that are on Rumble Thunder.
So would you say that all of them are within a... What is it?
15-foot line.
Yeah.
I would argue that they could be angled as such in this line.
And Gwen would get advantage because of danger sense.
Yes.
Okay. Do you trust me?
Always.
I'm gonna assume you trust me. I need dex saves from all of them. And Gwen, you get yours with advantage from danger sense. Oh.
Dirty 20.
What's the save?
It's not that great. 14.
Okay. So 3 of them fail.
Yeah.
2 succeed.
Okay, it's 11 points of acid damage on a failure, 5 on a success.
Okay. Sounds good.
For my bonus action, Gwen, get your attack ready.
Yep, good play.
I'm ready.
But you also get 6 points
Oh, thanks. Damage?
of healing.
Okay.
So I think you get a net 1 from this.
Yes, yeah.
But you also get an attack.
All right.
So 2 of the riders just look horribly disfigured at this point from the amount of acid that they've taken, and the wolves that they rode in on are also not looking the best out of this whole shtick.
I'm gonna attack. So, guys, the cats have figured out that this bag sounds really fun if you scratch at it. I don't know if you can hear that. But I rolled a 13, so that's a 19 to hit.
All right, are you attacking one of the riders or are you attacking one of the mounts?
I'm gonna attack the one who cast a spell on me.
Okay, they are
Ow.
actually farther back from where
Just
you are.
kidding.
You can
Wolfie
throw
poo.
something at them.
Nah. I'll attack a wolf.
Okay. Sounds good.
Oh, that was not in my box. It was an 11, though. That makes me sad. Same. 14. Nope. 15.
15 to hit or 15 damage?
15 damage.
Okay.
I got a 19 to hit.
Sounds good. So the wolf that you were combating yourself against you lay waste to this rather large wolf that looks a bit more dire than a standard wolf ends up dropping.
Does it?
Yes, it does look dire in its current state. I said he's dead. All right, so Arjan, that was your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Caelum, it is your go, as you have seen this wolf jump onto another building with this rider.
I thought the rider jumped off and the
rider was on the back of the wolf, and they both went to the next building.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna turn to Cori and just go, I'll be going first then. Actually, I'm gonna guiding volt the rider first before I teleport over.
Okay.
I need a lot more dice for this one.
What'd you get?
Womp, 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 womp,
Womp, womp, womp, womp.
This hasn't happened in a while for guiding volt. God damn it, dice.
It's a good spell.
It's a great spell. Not so great on damage. Well, no, I have to roll this twice. 4, 10, 13, 5, 13, 26, 57, 57, 61 points of lightning damage.
The Volt connects, and you just watch as it looks like the physics engine just breaks where they're at, and this tiny little halfling just goes sailing after getting just guiding volted. They're no longer on the back of the wolf. They are dead. They are most certainly dead.
Teleports over to the wolf.
Okay.
And then raises shield, hopes and waits for Cori to join him.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Next up, Coriander.
Well, that's me. Yeah. Okay. We discussed before that frost wolves can speak Sylvan.
The ones that you had seen, you thought might speak Sylvan?
But not this one.
You're unsure.
Cool. All right. I'm going to face step over to this boyo. I'm in my moon form, which requires him to make a charisma save or be baned.
That is a natural 20.
Oof.
All right. Cool. And then I'm going to attempt to attack him.
Okay, make an attack roll.
All right. So I'll face step up next to Caelum and put him on my left, so he's kind of protecting my back side. All right, a 23.
23 totally hits. Roll for damage.
Okay. I'm gonna throw a first level smite on this. So that'll be only dying a little bit. It's fine. 11 slashing damage and 6 radiant damage. And then here comes attack number 2.
Okay.
And this one will be a 21.
21 hits.
Second verse, same as the first. We're putting a first level smite on this. It's going to be nice. 13 slashing damage and 10 radiant damage.
Whoo! Yeah, after these 2 connecting hits, this creature is not looking very healthy.
And just on the off chance that he can understand her, she'll say in Sylvan. Actually, we discussed that Sylvan is horse girl speak, where it's longing looks. So she's going to give him a look that says "stand down."
Okay, sounds good. Next up, Gwen.
Gwen gonna do attacky. Click clackety, I'm rolling my attackety.
Alright.
I'm not gonna roll. I'm not going to recklessly attack because I am still surrounded. But I'm gonna do my first attack. That's 22.
That'll hit.
Second attack is 18. 18.
Alrighty.
Math. So same wolf. The first one, which will be 11 damage.
Okay.
And then the second attack, if he's still up, on
Yes.
you, same wolfie. And that's 14 again.
All right. You end up dropping this wolf as well.
Yes! I flex.
The flex is noted.
Thank you.
All right. So next up is the wolf in the building. That is, or no, the next up would be the wolf that's on the roof with Cori and Caelum. Let us see if it understood what Cori was trying to say. It don't. It got a 6 on insight, which is fine. And is instead going to try and bite out towards... It would bite out towards Cori, because you have been doing some damage on it. Yeah, that is not going to be enough to hit. A 13. And then missing its attack, it is going to try and then jump off the roof down onto the ground, provoking an attack of opportunity from the two of you, should you try and strike out against it.
I'm gonna use a cantrip.
Because that's a thing he can do.
That's a thing I can do.
25.
Totally hits.
18?
18 also hits.
Alright, sorry. I need to fucking do this.
7 slashing damage.
Okay.
That's good. 5 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. It's still up.
Is it also still moving?
Yes.
It's under the effects of a booming blade.
Okay.
Nice.
It will take, what is it, a d6?
A d8, my friend. Actually, no, it takes 2d8.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because of the level.
Yep.
Aw,
8 points of
yeah.
necrotic damage.
How much?
8.
Okay. It's still up. Doesn't like this. But that's okay. That's fine. There we go. And it continues to hop off, and then you see it just starts running. Its rider is down. It's getting hurt. Wants no part of this. It just begins going for it. And it's looking mightily injured too, and it gets about 50 feet away from where you guys are. So, next up is... Sorry. Next up is the rider and wolf on the inside, who kind of back up around Rumble Thunder, and then Gwen, you and Arjan both hear a crackling sound as a lightning bolt is going to shoot through Rumble Thunder towards the two of you. I need both of you to make dexterity saves. Rumble Thunder got a nat 1.
22.
How much?
22.
22?
Thank God for advantage. 19.
Okay. 22, 19. You are both successful.
Ah!
All right, so... You are both going to take half of 24. Rumble Thunder's pissed. It's still up, just very mad.
I'd like to use a reaction.
Sure.
So as the electricity goes through Arjan, he's going to like dig his nails into his palm a little bit, and part of that electricity is going to like ricochet back and catch this dude on hellish fire.
Nice.
I need a dex save
That's
from
a
him.
natural 20.
Okay, well he'll take half of this.
Yay.
Still, bitch. This was at second level.
Okay.
By the way. This was. Wait, math. I was about to say this was also 24. It was not. It was 14, half to 7.
Okay. Sounds good. They let out a brief shriek of not having enjoyed having this fire thrown back at them. And then it is just continuing to babble. So then next up are the riders that remain. 2 of the wolves are dead, so one of them is going to try and bite towards you, Gwen. That is a 1 and a 2 on advantage dice, so that's not gonna work. And then it is up to the 2 remaining boys to try and get you.
Get.
Yeah.
Go, kittens.
That is a
Get 'em.
natural 20. Bwomp, 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 bwomp.
Wah, 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 wah.
So you
Oh,
take
man.
6.
Whoa. Slashing?
Half to 3.
Yeah.
Piercing damage.
Oh, okay.
Then another one is going to get a 2 to try and hit you. Or 4, sorry.
The dice giveth, the
Taketh
dice
the
taketh away.
So then that is it for what thems are trying to do. So next up is Arjan.
Who's left?
There is the rider and the wolf that are behind Rumble Thunder, and then there is 2 riders and 1 wolf that are on the base level with you.
Okay. Anybody looking particularly healthy?
It seems like the wolf that was ridden in on has not suffered anything.
Which one?
The wintry one. That the rider that shot electricity out of his hands.
Sorry, there are a lot of moving pieces, and
That's
I can't
okay.
see any of them.
That is okay. So let me lay out the picture for you on your current setting. You are stationed in the delivery area, looking down a hallway. In this hallway, at the end, Gwen is currently facing off against two of these riders, and then a larger sized wolf, not blue, incapable of doing any frosties. Behind you is Rumble Thunder, who is just getting very upset at everything that has been happening to her. And on the other side of Rumble Thunder is one of these larger winter wolves with a rider on its back that is capable of casting spells. The winter wolf that is behind Rumble Thunder is currently uninjured.
Okay. For my bonus action, I would like to hex the winter wolf.
Okay.
For my action, I would like to take... Can I take these shots one at a time?
Yes.
I'm going to take first shot on the Winterwolf. It's going to be a lot of different types of damage, sorry.
Okay.
If I hit, which now that I said that, I will not. 13.
A 13 just hits.
Oh. Oh, dear. 9 points of piercing damage, 3 points of fire damage, 2 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Still up?
Yes.
Next shot. Nah.
All right, sounds good. So, next up, Caelum. You're on the roof standing next to Cori, and this wolf that you were fighting has jumped off and is trying to leave.
Turn to Cori. Pick it off?
What?
Pick it off?
It's leaving. Focus on the threats.
Okay. Caelum turns to what is left that I can see.
That you can see? You can see that there's one wolf in a doorway that is currently trying to get in. Every once in a while, you will see Gwen's axe kind of flash out towards creatures that were in the snow. But yes.
Wolf has disadvantage on strength checks.
Okay. Sounds good. But yes, currently outside from what you can see is the winter wolf that is running away. A regular larger wolf that is at the doorway, and what looks to be several deceased halflings.
Can I run on the roof and then plunging attack the wolf?
You can certainly try.
Hey.
Make an athletics check.
Oh. I have a positive to this. 15.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Can I use a cantrip?
Yes.
Cool. 50 plus 5, dirty 20.
Okay, that'll totally hit.
And he takes 6 points of necrotic damage and is under the effects of a booming blade.
Okay. It doesn't like this. It's upset. But what can you do? Cori.
All right. There is one spellcaster left, right?
Yes, but you are unaware as to their position.
But I've seen spells go off down there.
You've heard them, yeah.
All right. Well, what can I see?
Currently, you can see Caelum standing next to a wolf on the outside, and then you can see that there are frosted over windows that are in this distribution area that you could possibly break and then get into the loading area that way.
All right. Well, I'm gonna lay on hand myself for 20 hit points. Conceivably, there was a direction that we came up to the roof. Like, was there an access?
There was.
I'm gonna use the access to get down.
Okay. You face stepped onto another building, so you would have to get back to that initial building.
Oh, butts, you're right. Okay, never mind. Plunging attack the wolf.
Okay.
Actually, no. I can't do that because I just used my action to heal myself. I'm gonna slide down, kind of grip the roof with my one hand, and then drop.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
Ooh. This would be a lot funnier if I hadn't healed. 10.
Okay. Yeah, so with a 10, as you're sliding down, you start moving a little bit quicker than you initially thought. And for the moment, you are glad that you cannot feel the cold because you know that snow is just getting into the nooks and crannies of your armor.
Lovely.
Make a perception check.
I have concerns. Dirty 20.
Okay, so with a dirty 20, as you begin to fall and you kind of turn around onto your back so that way you can look at the ground as it approaches you, you notice that your raven skull necklace is actually pointing in a solid direction again rather than spinning. And as you look at it, as you continue to slide down this roof and look over, you see that there is a break in the snowstorm, and you see the form of this giant tree that seems to just be perched up along one of the hillocks.
Coriander goes, "The tree!" and then falls off the roof.
And just ass over tea kettle, 2 legs kind of sticking up out of a snowdrift.
All right. I think that ends my turn.
Okay. So next up, Gwen. Gwen, you have seen Caelum arrive from the roof next to you and just slap a doggo.
I'm gonna attack the closest thing to me.
Okay.
Kitten. Not a kitten. I would like to recklessly attack this time.
Do it.
Good. That's a 25. And then the second one is 18 plus 6. Let's do this. Holy mother. 22.
Oh, that'll totally hit.
No, that was the damage
Oh.
for the 2 strikes.
Good. Yeah, the closest thing next to you would have been one of these dudes that had tried to trip you with his hook. You waste him. He's dead.
Solid.
He's super dead.
She just comes down with her axe from the top, hits him right in the shoulder, and then just like pushes down more with it and just severs him.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Sounds good. All right, so then next up is the wolf that our dear friend Arjan has just pumped full of crossbow bolts, and it is going to rear up and actually breathe out towards you. So Gwen and Arjan, I need you both to make dexterity saves.
15.
16.
Okay, so you both succeed, so you're only going to be taking half of 23 points of cold damage.
Got it. Oh, that's cold damage, isn't it?
Yep.
I can't have that.
Well, you can't have it a second time. You succeeded in your dex save.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we are taking 23 or half of 23?
Half of 23.
Half of 23.
Oh, thank
So
you
11.
God. Okay, good.
Okay, so that is it for that creature's turn, and then it is the rider. And the rider is... The rider's not there anymore, it would appear. Like, as the wolf pops out from around the side of Rumble Thunder in order to get a better shot with its breath weapon, you see that they are just not on its back. And that's it.
Good.
For its turn. So, then next up, the wolf that Caelum has slapped does not like what Caelum has done, so it is going to also attempt to do a heckin' bite. And that is a 12.
No, sorry.
Okay. Sounds good. That was with advantage too. And then the one remaining rider is going to try and stab out towards Gwen and gets a 17 to hit, I might add.
Do it.
4 points
Oh, boy.
of piercing.
Thank the gods that these guys aren't hitting very hard.
Yeah. So then next up, because everybody else is removed from combat, Arjan.
Let me split this up. let me split this. The Winter Wolf is still hexed.
Yes.
I'm going to take 2 Eldritch Blasts and use my Mystic Frenzy to get a weapon attack as a bonus action.
Nice.
This is the first Eldritch Blast at that wolf.
Sure.
Okay, so that's gonna be 16 to hit.
Yeah, 16 hits.
7 points of force damage, 2 points of necrotic.
Okay.
Second Eldritch Blast. Natural 20.
Womp 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 womp.
7 points of force damage again. And 9 points of necrotic.
Damn.
It's still up.
It is. It's looking very injured at this point, but it is still up.
Where's my rolly? Where's my rolly? Okay. 27.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. 5 points of piercing, 5 points of fire, 1 point of necrotic.
Okay. It's still up. It's full of holes at this point, but it's still up. Caelum.
Hey. Gonna smack this wolf again. 18?
Oh yeah, 18 will hit.
Ooh. 12 points of necrotic damage and booming blade. Blah blah blah.
Okay. Yeah, you slap this wolf into oblivion and it dies.
Fun.
Yes. Very fun.
Can I use my movement now to get into the room to...
You can get along the side of this one of these last halflings that's still there trying to stab out towards Gwen. If you moved past that, you would provoke, but from what you've seen, these guys aren't hitting very hard.
You say that, and then there's a natural 20. So
Got dealt 4 points.
listen, that rock dealt 8.
It's a good rock.
It's a good rock. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get into the room.
Okay. Sounds good. It will make an attack of opportunity against you. It got a 4 to hit.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Just runs past Clink. Yeah, and I'm going to put myself next to the wolf, but not like right in front of Arjan where it can catch me in like a line attack.
Sounds good.
It's my turn.
Alrighty. So then, Cori, what would you like to do?
Come scrambling out of the snowdrift. Look around. What do I see?
You see... Make a perception check.
Oh, boy. Natural 20.
So with your natural 20, you
Nice.
see, looking at this area, that coming from a kind of like an aside near the actual loading dock area, that there are footprints that are getting made in the snow that look like they are trying to distance themselves from the building. It doesn't look
Interesting.
like there is any body physically there, but it seems like there is a creature that is trying to make its way out of this situation.
I want to try and tackle it.
With your natural 20 perception, you can totally see where you're going to tackle. Make an athletics check.
It's not my best. 11.
Okay, so an 11,
I can't see this, can I?
you cannot.
Okay.
This is happening outside of the building. So as you go to try and tackle it, you see right before your form like goes to where it would be that there is a quick sidestepping of feet, and you actually miss as it rolled a 15 to avoid.
Directly into the snow again. Just.
Okay. So Cori, that was it for your turn. Next up, Gwen. Gwen, there is just this one rider.
Let's do it to it. I want to recklessly attack him.
Okay.
22
Oh, totally hits.
for 14 damage again. Keep rolling 9.
Super dead.
Solid.
All that remains in this room is the one winter wolf that Arjan has hexed.
I'm gonna do an attacky on that one.
Okay.
Does a 14 hit?
14 does hit.
Oh, cool. Ooh, that's a 10 this time, so that's 15 damage.
Holy hell. Okay. It is still up.
God damn it. Gwen's gonna yell at it.
Okay.
Just like growl at it.
It growls back, but very like a little, it's more whimper growl.
Oh.
Okay, so then next up is this creature, and it is going to disengage and then make a break for it as it is in self-preservation mode. Outside, Cori, you have just tumbled into the snow. You hear the sound of electricity crackling. I need you to make a dexterity save.
Hey, I've got a question.
Sure.
Mage Slayer?
Yes.
Should I do that before resolving the
These will
dex check?
resolve at the same time. Imagine the two samurai drawing swords simultaneously.
Excellent. All right. So then in that case, this here will be my dex check. This here will be my attack.
Okay.
Okay. I rolled a. I also hold on. I get another thing. And I think it's Mage Slayer.
They have disadvantage for
It's-
maintaining
it's-
concentration.
Advantage to saving throws against spells cast by creatures within 5 feet of you.
Nice.
So great. Okay, so my save is 22. My attack is 14.
So 14 hits, and the save, you save. So you are going to be taking half of 38 points of electric damage.
Cool. And I half that again because of
Resistance.
Yeah. So that's very good because I have 34 hit points right now.
Oof.
All right, so I'm taking 9 damage total for this. And then I do damage?
Yes, and then it is your hit.
Okay. Motherfucker's getting a second level smite. Because that's what he earned. He earned it. 10 slashing damage and 9 radiant damage.
They are still up.
Yeah, I thought so. That's ones on 2 of my smite die.
Okay,
That's fine.
next up, Arshan. And Arshan, you hear the sound of magic occurring outside, as well as Cori's yells. Because I'm assuming it's like Serena Williams playing tennis whenever Cori uses a smite, where it's just can't help but yell at it.
She swears in Elven, but whenever she does, it's like, good golly gosh! Because she wasn't allowed to swear as a kid.
Bonus action, I'm moving the hex to the other person. I did not take damage last turn.
No.
Okay, hold up. I did take damage from this winter wolf at some point. Hex is gone.
Okay.
I didn't make it to end. Okay, good to know. First shot at the winter wolf. $13.
A 13 just hits.
Okay. That's 9 points of fire damage. I rolled a 1 on the crimson right, so I'll re-roll that. That's now 6. So that's 15 points of damage.
It finally drops. As this winter wolf attempts to run away, you just say, nope, make sure to actually send it down onto the ground. It is no longer moving.
Just turn around. What do I see?
So you don't see anything inside of the building, but when you poke your head out, you can see that there is, you can heat, or it smells like metal in the air of just that hot electric scent. Just seems to permeate this snowfield that you're in, and you can see that Cori is currently rippling with electricity as little shocks and bits are coming off of her where this halfling had their hand outstretched, but Cori has just attempted to level them with a holy smite, so they are both standing looking like they have just gotten done accosting each other in some form or fashion.
Son of a melon farming bearded elf.
This halfling does appear to be the one that was at one point riding the winter wolf inside.
How far away am I?
At this point, you are only about 20 feet away.
Blood curse of the marked. Bonus action, and then for my second attack, I will miss.
Okay.
This is going to be a 12.
All right, sounds good. A 12 does miss. All right, so Caelum.
Oh boy. Oh boy. How's that rider looking? All sorts of fucked up, or?
The rider has seen better days.
Cool.
For sure.
Will it take me 30 feet to get there?
Yes, you'd be able to get there in 30.
Cantrip again. 17.
Okay, 17 hits.
12 again. Necrotic.
Okay, and with this 12 necrotic, you see this form just tense up and then drops into the snow, no longer moving. You guys are now out of combat.
Turns to Arjan. One got away. One wolf got away.
Do I see the wolf?
At this point, you do not, as the wolf has run very far.
I mean, let it run.
Caelim's gonna... You okay?
No.
Come here.
You get the feeling that we need another long rest. Gwen,
Oh,
you
yeah.
need to sleep to
You need
begin
to
with.
I'm fine.
No, you're not.
I'm fine.
You are not. Oh, shit. 6, 7, 8 on the dice. 13, 22, 25 points of healing.
Arjan, which way was the waystone?
Do I know which way is the waystone?
You knew from what Gwen had told you that the waystone was in the Thimblefish Villa. You can make a survival check if you would like.
While he's doing that, Caelum sticks the butt end of the spear into the snow, kind of takes a knee and opens up the lips of the dead rider underneath them.
Yeah, you don't know where you're going. Or you don't know where that is, Arjan. You've been letting Gwen lead. Okay, and you open up the mouth of the rider that is there. It is a halfling woman who was the rider.
Blue skin?
Bluish skin, yeah. A little grayer.
Teeth not filed down all the way?
No.
Cool. Execrates the fingers. Okay, so up there, one of them yelled at us. They're on the roof. I don't think these guys are fully turned yet.
What?
Into the jittering Wyvern rider fuckos. Sorry.
Yes.
Oh, so like they still had. So they were still halflings.
Maybe?
They were still hostile.
Yeah. Well, you did kind of murder someone. Well,
Gwen,
Guess
make
not to
a
think
history
about it.
check.
Okie dokie. It's 5 plus 1. Wait. -1.
Yeah, you don't know who this is.
All
They
right.
were attacking us on the wolves before.
I know.
We didn't have a choice.
We're going to reverse this.
Well, we can't reverse. And she points to the dead things, the dead halflings.
Right.
Survival is what we have to focus on, I guess.
Gwen,
Yeah.
which direction was the Waystone?
The Waystone was north of what, right? We went, it's like northeast. We went south and
You guys went west.
west. Oh, we went, well, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like northeast of us.
Gwen, make a survival check. Easier this way.
+1, 3. Hey, 19.
Okay, so you knew from where you guys were going that the Waystone was in the center of those huts that
Yeah.
you guys had avoided last night,
Yeah.
and that was to the east of where you guys are currently.
Yeah. And the trees like directly to the north
At this point,
or
yes.
yeah, so the tree is to the north. It's like right over there, and she motions. And then the Waystone's like to the east northish, which is like that way.
All right.
And Gwen points back the way that you guys just came.
As she's pointing, Cori gets out her corvid skull and shows that it's pointing towards the tree. We still need to prioritize the Waystone.
Yeah.
Let's keep this in mind.
Well, then why do we walk all the way down here? I mean, we're here. Let's just deal with the fucking tree.
Cori looks to Arjan.
We're probably not going to survive many more fights like that. If this tree is what your skull is pointing to, that might be something that can help you. Might give us an edge. I know we're already living off of borrowed time, but we're not. We need all the help we can get right now. And this is right here.
If you think it's the right thing to do.
I don't think any of this is the right thing to do, but we're going to the tree.
Cori looks to Caelum. Do you agree?
Let's get it done.
All right. Then let's go.
And Rumble Thunder just looks at the lot of you and then sits down.
You stay here, big girl. And she's gonna come over and like pat her on the cheek and like rub her nuzzle. You're a good girl. You take a little breaky poo, okay? And if anything comes after you, you fucking murder it, okay?
Rumble Thunder gives a nod.
I'm gonna sneak Rumble Thunder an apple that I have. Totally have.
Gwen, make a... I want to make like I want to say like a quick wisdom check, just to like search around.
I rolled a 2.
Okay.
And I'm very wise, which makes it a 2.
Okay. Sounds good. So with your wisdom, you
Give her some beer.
She seems to like it.
Solid.
Just licking up at some of the old yeast that's on the ground.
Oh my god, the cat fell asleep. Oh no. Good. Glad. Gwen's gonna like give her a little tapping.
And
All right, let's
Sabra
do this.
pops out as well.
Oh.
Seemed
you
very
don't-
scared at all of the magic and destruction happening around, but
Did the bad wolfie scare you?
she just nods.
Oh. We'll go. I'm gonna put my head up against her head and give her smushers.
She appreciates it.
Yeah. Ready?
As I'll ever be.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here. We're gonna head to the tree.
How's everyone looking?
Half.
Okay.
2/3. I'm good.
Arjan, you heal 8, 11. And Cori, you heal. Shit. You heal like 17.
How far down is everybody after that?
I don't have any spells.
Okay.
Well, I have 1 second level spell.
How many hit points are you down?
30.
30? Oof. Okay. I'll give you 10 and me 10.
I am down 30, which means I can take, if I'm raging, I can take 100 more damage, so we good. As long as it's not a spellcaster.
I still have about half my spell slots left.
A little over half.
All right. We head out.
Okay. And as you exit out and you begin making your way towards this large oak tree, following the direction of this corvid skull, the air gets balmier. It gets like more humid as you continue to walk towards the tree, even though it is still frigid outside. And it seems like the air itself is coalescing into some kind of precipitation, almost like either a mist or a fog. You aren't necessarily sure. And as you approach up towards this tree, it takes you about 40 minutes or so to actually arrive. And as you do, you see that the snow beneath you is starting to melt in patches as you get closer until you are stepping on what feels like grass again. And you are within about 200 feet of this large tree, and you see that its roots extend outward. And that is when the four of you each hear a voice that is being projected into your heads and says, "So what do you think you're doing here?"
I turn around and leave.
I haven't seen you folks here in a while. How you been?
Are you fucking Plum?
That would be disgusting. No, I am a tree, madam, and Plum was a furbolg.
Wait, what do you mean in a while? Have we
Wait,
been
what do
here
you mean
before?
you're a tree?
Do you see me? And you see that the leaves above sort of shake.
I
Oh.
hate this, guys. I absolutely hate this.
Oh no.
So, like,
I don't
You're a
think I've
magic
ever
talking
seen you
tree?
before. I've seen people like you, especially you. What's your name?
I'm not supposed to give my name to Faye.
Oh, that's just rude.
You can call me Stompfoot.
All right, Stopfoot, what's your names? You there, with the long face. And you
Near
see a
him.
branch kind of motion towards Caelum's direction.
Oh, I'm not supposed to give my name to Faye, so call me C, please.
All right, see? Stopfoot, I see you both.
I guiding bolt.
Oh my god.
What about you? Tall, dark, and scaly.
What's your name?
Well, I was planning on introducing myself after all of this, but you can just call me Soul.
Oh. Solid.
So, that's my name, because I can't give you my full name, because you aren't giving me yours. It's a matter of trust.
Silva.
All right, Silva, C, Stopfoot. And what about you? Who's you?
Can call me Cori. I'm the lower Caelum of the Fallen Leaves.
Oh, a copper, eh?
I ain't no narc.
Now I gotta wonder, what's the Caelum doing all this way away from the Feywild, huh?
Quest, I'm afraid.
Oh, a quest. Must be something rightly important you got done doing. What is it?
I'm
As you
trying...
can see, I'm the only thing that's left that's not winner. Maybe I can help.
Gwen,
That
was this a thing before?
No.
That would be very, very kind, actually. You wouldn't happen to know how to tame the primordial fae, would you?
Oh, is that what you're trying to do?
I'd very much like to, yes.
I see. I get how it is. I'm sorry.
Why?
I need you all to make dexterity saves at disadvantage.
Oh, fuck.
This is a fucking primordial fae. We just got fucked.
Plus 3.
Yeah.
+3 is 16.
Can't hear you, love.
Gwen.
Dirty 20.
7.
3.
Okay. So, everyone except Gwen has roots that seem to come up from underneath the ground and just begin to wrap themselves around your legs and your arms. And you are now entangled by this tree. And it says, do you guys want to hear a joke? Do you want to
No.
hear a really, really funny joke?
Oh, this is a fucking stick! Gwen takes her axe and she slams it into one of the roots.
I
And
get the feeling you're going to tell it to us anyway.
And as you begin hacking away at this tree with your axe, it says, the funniest joke if there ever was one. The concept of free will and thinking that what you can do actually means anything. And as you say that, the roots that are underneath you, Arjan, underneath you, Gwen, Cori, and Caelum, all split open as you see that along these roots, there had been patches of this sickly green looking moss that seems to split into long lines open, and the four of you begin to fall. And that is where we are going to call it for tonight's session. I know it's a little short, but we have plans for next week.
Indoor, what the fuck?
So, I would like to say thanks
No.
to everybody for
Stop
stopping
this.
by. Yes. Again, thank you to everybody who decided to stop on by. I love this game. Hey, RJ, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hey everybody, I'm RJ here on the channel, but you can catch me at RJustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about the nerdy things in my life and how I rate certain things on our order management system make me. You can catch me streaming sometimes as well on the tweet. But I'm here as Caelum the Shadowkai Cleric Wizard on Mondays, Homebrew Campaign. Tuesdays, run by Danae Keener, DanaeKeener.com. We're going to be playing Curse of Strahd. I'm Bartholomew, the Blood Hunter, Ranger, Werewolf, and things are about to get a little feisty. Maybe a monster mash?
Maybe a graveyard smash.
No, it's more like a werewolf den smash. But I'm over at Pro Resource Channel with the lovely LBHackEmUp. Playing on Sundays, we play the Phase, a game called Phase. It's run on the Cypher system, and things are getting weird. I might have to become a god. I don't know. I'm writing a monologue. I'm also helping out over at Open for Adventure, so check them out.
And LB.
Oh, that's me. Sorry, I forgot. I was trying to link the the t-shirt in the chat. We have a t-shirt that says that. Anyways, thank you. There you go. I'm LBHackEmUp. You can find me at LBHackEmUp on the Twitters, where I post pictures of my kittens who are getting fixed tomorrow. So we'll see what they're like when they're all drunky drunk. They'll probably still try to play with each other, and we'll have to separate them, and it'll be super sad. This week you can find me here tomorrow, doing Curse of Strahd as Silmi Malreska, and then you can find me this week Friday on Damn It Bearish channel doing Ghost of Saltmarsh, where I'm probably going to be in trouble with my husband. And then on Sunday, you can find me on Monster of the Week on G Game Nights at 4 Eastern Standard Time. And then afterwards with RJ on Pro's channel. So, yeah.
Hi, I'm Cyber. You can find me at twitter.com. That's a place. At Cyberwolf1201, where I ship post mostly, and also talk about the things that I'm doing, like whenever I go live on twitch.tv/Cyberwolf1201, where right now we're playing through Luigi's Mansion 2, getting all the spooky lore in preparation for the third one that's coming out later this month, and it is a good time. All the archives of that go to a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Cyberwolf1201, where you can also find the podcast that Kyle with an N I do called Let's Talk About It, where we get drunk, do parkour, and talk about stuff going on in the RPG world, and our own experiences in said world. You can also find some D&D Beyond homebrew tutorials, including the last one that was for the Paladin Oath of the Curse by Camille.D&D of Open for Adventure fame. And but yeah, for RPG stuff, you can find me here on Mondays. Hey, you found us. You can find me here on Thursdays as Alvis the Calastra Bard, who's got problems, so many problems, but who is also tracking down all the lore of the multiverse. And this Saturday, you can find me on twitch.tv/unmadegaming playing some Urban Shadows for Extra Life. I think I'm in that. Yeah. You can also check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Cyberwolf1201, where the Iman Dragon Heist conversion is up. Some other stuff, RPG stuff is up. Yeah. Good times. Also, it is Ace Awareness Week. Arjan is asexual. You are aware. Congratulations.
I've been made aware.
Aware of dog. Please pet dog. Hi, everybody. My name's Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings, mostly related to D&D, and stuff on this channel. I play Cori under the Eldrin Paladin on Mondays and Strahd on Tuesdays. And until next week, clean cup, move down, move down.
I don't know what that means, but I'm scared. Hello, everybody. If you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey, fella, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do this show Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday nights at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And this Wednesday, we have a special spooky game as our Looming 20s monthly one-shot returns. It has been a while since we last got to play, but that is mostly because of real-life circumstances that were going on with me where I had to move. So I'm sorry that it has been so long since we got to play, but we shall resume. If this was the first time that you have dropped by on this stream, feel free to check out the VODs that we post at youtube.com/Indoor Adventures, or go to anywhere podcasts are served, I guess is served, available for download under the same moniker. You can find us there. But as of now, we are going to be moving into our Patreon-supported podcast called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from each other, but also from the community at large. So if you have questions, the easiest way to pose those to us is going to be through our Discord, which I have been linking in the chat for most of the evening. It is also available as a join link in the description of either this video or podcast below. So consider joining us for that. And if you would like to support the Patreon, it is, of course, patreon.com/indooradventures. And with that, we will be seeing you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.
Serving us sweet sound bites into your ear.